Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of TerraTech. And on tonight's episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off. Now, for those of you who may have missed the last episode, we have done quite a bit of things. We have created our tank bot for the Hawkeye. In fact, in between this episode and the last one, I have gone in here and expanded that design. I've made it a little bit bigger on both sides. I made it a lot longer so that I could have some room in the center to kind of do some of the things that I wanted to do. And I added a lot more weapons. In fact, some of the weapons on here are a lot more powerful, such as these railgun weapons that I haven't really got to use too much because they're really expensive. If you take a look underneath, I actually added some armor plating under here, and the reason behind that is if I remove one of these pieces, you'll see there's a battery underneath there. There is 2 layers of batteries just on the first 2 rows alone, and then in the direct center there are some giant geocore batteries in there, and on top of that we have as many fuel tanks as I could stick in here on the side. Now I did lay them down, and because I was laying them down I had to throw a block in there for them to connect to. If I could get rid of the block, I could probably throw in another couple rows of those here and there. I don't know any other method to that. I tried armor, and armor does not work. You can't attach anything to it, obviously, but it would be perfect because of its small, very thin size. But I had to throw these blocks in there, and I think I did a fairly decent job putting a lot of fuel tanks in there. I ran it for about 15 seconds, and the fuel tanks didn't get depleted, so that is a lot of fuel ready to explode at a moment's notice. I also went ahead and threw row after row after row of these giant GSO 4 times Redux Mega Boosters, which are going to give me the weight, or the power I should say, to get this weight up a hill. I tried moving this thing without power. Did not move very well up a hill. It did go straight just fine. It's not really overloaded all that much. As you can see down here on the bottom, I do have these wheels, and I have placements for more wheels if I decide that. I can always get rid of these armor plating and put a whole row down of that. But I wanted that row mainly for the fact of I want the resources to be able to go through without getting stuck. I've had that process happen before. It's not a good thing. So I want these rows here, and it looks kind of cool. It looks very Hawkeye-ish, because it is that military class, that combat class, and having armor on here just kind of makes sense. Now, there is a invader right over there that we're going to be taking on here in a minute. But before I do, I wanted to show you guys what I had done. And then, of course, I need to seal this up. I need to put a row of blocks on here, and on top of that, I need to go ahead and put some repair bubbles and recharge bubbles on here, because this is just really, really high, and the ones I have below aren't quite reaching it. So yeah, this is something we need to put on there at the earliest possible time before we go out there and just, if he has any megaton cannons, the megaton cannons are going to be the first thing that hits these things, because they arc and they shoot off kind of high up and then they come back down. So yeah, the last thing I want them to do is get a direct shot on the center of my base without any blocks on here, because as I said before, right on top of this you have the boosters, you have fuel tanks kind of all around it, underneath it, and then underneath that are my batteries, and every single one of those items I just mentioned are highly flammable, highly explosive, and if you leave it open, I have a good idea that you're gonna have a bad day, and you're gonna have to come back in here and recreate this guy all over again. And it took me, I guess, about an hour and a half to build this. Now, I do apologize to those of you guys who are like, wow, where's your Monday video? I have been sick the last few days. Thankfully, I did have quite a few videos already recorded and uploaded, and that's why you guys have had videos during the weekend. But it took me a little while to get to this one, unfortunately, just because of that. I do feel a lot better now, so you shouldn't have to worry anymore about this. Let's get some of these really quick on there, because I've been looking at that invader over there for a while now, and I've been wanting to go over there and attack them. Now, I am going to be moving these around at some point. These are just temporary for the moment, and I am going a little bit overboard. But as I said before, there are so many batteries on this thing, I don't think we're going to have an issue. Now, I am going to put up our little dude right here, the cell of the terminal, and we are going to put this thing down. Now, I did get a couple of comments saying that you can put a large receiver directly onto that GSO payload terminal and it will sell the items for you. I have not tried that yet, but I am definitely looking forward to it, because if that works, our giant base bot we built earlier is going to be so much better. And you can see right there, the weapons on this thing are just massive. Let's come over here and kill this guy and see what he has on him. See how fast we destroy him. Head to head, we have tons and tons of shotguns on there, and you can see the damage, the initial kickback of those shotguns, and I'm just kind of sitting here looking at them. I don't want to destroy everything, but we did a fairly decent job. There's a Venture Safari Spotlight. I guess we haven't gotten access to that one. Let me go ahead and throw this down and grab that. I do wish that I could throw these things down and then just kind of walk away from them. But the way the game works right now is if these things are on the ground and they get attacked, they don't get destroyed. In fact, what actually ends up happening is the items on the inside start getting destroyed bit by bit. So the last thing you want to do is leave one of these unattended and then come back and find that it's been getting destroyed or attacked for the last half an hour, because I'm guessing you won't have any items in there by the time that happens, and then it will eventually get destroyed. So I'm kind of cautious about where I put that down and what I do with it. Otherwise, I'd just be dotting the landscape with these. They're fairly expensive, but after you've gotten a few blocks from the Geocore, you can pretty much pay for it. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see, what do we got over there? What we need to be working on right now is hunt and destroy 20 Venture Techs. Now, sorry guys, I still have a little bit of a cold there. But yeah, what you guys were saying is it's not about what the cab or what the bot looks like. It's about what kind of cab the bot has. So if it looks all GSO, everything on it's GSO, but the cab on the inside is Venture, it's considered a Venture cab. And that does make sense. It just kind of sucks. I would have imagined that, you know, whatever percentage of the bot it is, that's what it would have been. But, you know, you can't really fault them for that logic. I mean, if it is a cab from a certain bot, then that does kind of, you know, imply that it's probably from that corporation. But some of these guys are covered in Venture pieces, and they have a GSO cab, and that's just, you know, like, what? Who does that? I've done it before, but I didn't expect them to do it, because I am not connected to Twitter right now. So these bots that you see right here, these are all ones that the company, the designers, the programmers have all come out with and put them in there as like default bots. And I've done that mainly for the reason of, if you open yourself up to the Twitter ones, you're going to get some fantastic builds. Unfortunately, you're also going to get a little bit of a cheat, because some of those guys, as I mentioned before, have design bots that are solely just for getting loot. That's all it is. You're not going to, there's not even a fight, like one weapon on it mainly. There's no requirements as of yet that I know about to say you got to have so many weapons per size to be able to upload to Venture. You can just put a bot on there of nothing but a base, and people have done that. The base will spawn. It has like 1 or 2 weapons on that. In fact, we just fought one like that not too long ago. Only had 1 or 2 weapons on it, very, very small weapons, but it has a lot of shields and batteries and things of that sort. That is a huge payday. That is something that the game programmers have actually put in that one in particular. Now, I am hoping as I've gotten bigger, I will get access to bigger and bigger bots that they have created for this corporation, and it looks like we have. This is a brand new design. I don't think I've seen this one before. It looks more like a buggy. Actually, it looks a lot like a Command and Conquer vehicle from like the Nod. This is kind of cool looking. Very, very fragile. Now, this is a good payday right here. Each one of these wheels is worth 1,000. I don't know how much you get for selling them, but I do know how much you get for buying them. And yeah, they are worth 1,000 right there. Let's go ahead and pick this up. It did look like as it was destroying it or attacking it, pieces were popping out. So maybe it doesn't just destroy them outright. It actually has to knock the pieces out and then pick those up or destroy them, and that's the way it does it. Ooh, baby, that took a little bit longer than I thought. They're going to drop another one right here in front of me. It looks like, yep, a walnut. Actually, they're going to drop a couple more, so let's pick those things up. That way we don't have to worry about getting destroyed here. I don't think we have to worry about being destroyed. But I don't want this little thing destroyed or attacked. Some more stuff pops out. There you go. You can see the large receiver right here. In fact, let's go ahead and give that a try. Let's put the large receiver on there, because as luck has it, it popped out. We'll put that in there and we'll see. Does it sell immediately to it? It doesn't look like it is, but with that said, it could just be that none of these items are sellable. I do know that, well, they should be sellable. Everything else is sellable. Maybe, no, the GSO ones weren't going in there either, so, yeah, I guess we'll have to play around with that, because I do believe if somebody mentioned it, chances are it's going to be true, but unfortunately did not work in that instance. I'm going to drag this over here. I do know that I didn't get that large receiver in there, but that's all right. Now, be aware, though, guys, as you attach stuff to this SCU, it will reset the timer on itself as far as being able to pull stuff into it. So if you're not willing to, be patient and let it charge back up again. Don't attach anything to it. Now remember, these wheels are fairly expensive. These round ones are a little cheaper. They're not as expensive as the square ones. I'm not sure why that is. The square ones and the round ones seem to react the same way. They definitely have the same strength as far as weight capacity, it seems like. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but it seems to be working fairly well here. Oh, come on, let's back this up a little bit. I don't know why I'm moving a little bit more to the right. I guess it has something to do with the train that I'm on right now, because I haven't really seen that. Some of my bots do pull to the left or pull to the right as they get a little heavier on one side. This guy is pretty symmetrical. I did my best to make sure that all sides were pretty close to the same. Not exactly 100%, but yeah, we're getting there. We still have not got any venture techs destroyed. I think we're in the wrong area, although this is usually the right area for those techs to be popping up. Some of you guys have actually told me that since you've upgraded to the Hawkeye, about 60 to 70% of the bots you find tend to be Hawkeye after that point. For me, it hasn't been that case yet. I don't know why, but it seems like since we've upgraded to Hawkeye, we've actually been getting more GSO than ever before. And, that's okay because we still need GSO to level, but it would be fantastic if I could get the 60% ratio, because I would love to see more Hawkeye. And of course, if you're trying to level up and, build up your Hawkeye to a bigger size and get more blocks for them, finding more of them out there in the world is a fantastic thing. The downside that I've seen to these weapons, and of course I've been trying to do primarily these weapons over anything else for the main reason of they're brand new. I haven't really gotten a good feel for them, but after using them for a little bit, especially the shotgun and these what are these ones called over here? I gotta memorize these names now. The repeater rifle. After using both of those primarily on this bot, you will see there's a few other ones in there. That special one like the railgun, but there's not a lot of them, and you can tell the difference when they fire, which ones are doing what, because they have this little ripple through the sky, almost like if you guys ever watched the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Erasure. They use a railgun in that one too, and it does the same effect. Of course, it looks cooler in the movie because you can see it a lot closer up than here. But if I zoom in, you can kind of see the same thing. You can see it just shoot right there through the sky. It does take a little while to charge up, but the one drawback that I was going to say about this is they don't target the cab, whereas Venture definitely target the cab. I guess they need to because they're so quick. If they don't target it, then chances are they're going to take forever to kill it because they don't do a lot of damage in the first place. And if you got to sit there and bust through every single block so that you can actually kill that cab, it's going to take you a long time. Whereas this one, the shotgun is definitely a spray and pray kind of thing. It shoots off in a direction. If you're close enough, it does massive damage. If you're not, then it's just kind of going to waste. But yeah, it's not very accurate, just like it is in real life. A shotgun not very accurate unless you're close up on whatever target you're shooting. It does have a range to it. Can we get in there? They're definitely trying to shoot my my guy over there, and there's so many blocks on the screen and things going on. It is causing a little bit of lag. I knew that was going to happen. Anytime that I go with a big bot and I put so many weapons on there like I did on this guy, you're gonna get a decent amount when it fires, just because it has to render every single one of those bullets. As you can see, if I zoom in a little bit, you can see all the shells that are coming out. It's absolutely massive. I'm not doing too much damage because I can't seem to get close enough to this guy. I'm stuck like right on a hill. There we go. Now we can sit there and just shoot him. Again, I put weapons on every side to make sure that no matter where he was, I didn't need to do like a spin. He doesn't spin very well. I'm not quite sure what I could do to fix that, other than to maybe on the center put some GSO wheels. Maybe not these big wheels right here, because these are absolutely horrible from what I've seen as far as maneuvering. But there are smaller ones that have grips on there. I can't remember what the name of them are right now, but they're fairly decent. In fact, I can take a look at them while that thing is charging up. Let's come in here. We can use these right here. These jaw wheels are fantastic for turning in place. They just amazing. But I don't know if it would work with our design. As I showed you earlier, guys, underneath my bot here, if I go into build mode, it doesn't seem to want, there we go. You'll see all these wheels right here, and these wheels are completely straight. So throwing in maybe in the center those jaw wheels and seeing if that works probably wouldn't work, because I don't think these things turn on an axis. That would be amazing. Actually, The difference between these square wheels and the wheels that have the little round part on them would be fantastic if they did make it that way, where those little round ones actually turned, like they were on a pivot point or something. That would be highly useful, and it would allow you to create bots that nobody's seen before, which is to create a bot that can go left, right, forwards, backwards, all at the exact same time. Now, controlling that would be fairly difficult, but I think if you could master it, man, your bot would be agile, it would be probably pretty speedy if you made it the right way, and almost incredibly difficult just to get a beat on, not let alone hit it, but just to get a beat on it would just be almost impossible, I think. But hey, it would be fun trying. Now, these weapons, as I said before, they don't track the enemy, but because they don't track the enemy, if you did have a bot like that, they could at least hit the enemy. If you use like Venture Hailfire rifles, what I found with those is as the enemy speeds up and goes around you, they have a really, really hard time tracking it fast enough. They fire at it, but it just seems like they're 10, 15 feet behind the bot by the time the bullets actually get to the location, unless you get right up on top of it. And usually by the time you get right up on top of it, you know, the enemy has found a nice little cubby hole underneath your bot or right underneath the side of it, and those weapons can't fire straight down. They're kind of long. They do have a long barrel. I think they're more meant to be fired at a long range than close up, but they do have a, I guess medium range would be the ideal for that one. Now he's going to come in here and he's going to try to use his melee. I was thinking of creating a melee bot all by itself just to give it a shot. I kind of decided against it because I wanted to build a bigger one of these just to try it out. Now, we will eventually try out other bots. We're going to do flying. We're going to do all sorts of stuff. I have got a couple suggestions to create a flying bot, more like a helicopter or an airplane that can follow me around as an AI. That is something I've already thought about trying to do as somebody who could pass me energy. I put a few batteries on him, put some of those wireless chargers, and then just see if maybe they can charge me up as we go through. I don't know how well it will work, but it is something that we can give a shot to. Let's see, is it going to be able to recycle any of those items? It looks like it is actually going to be able to recycle some of those items. So let's help this guy out a little bit. Let's give it some batteries here, because we got plenty of batteries to give him. Let's give him one of these, and we'll give him a couple right up on top if we can get that little. There we go. We'll do the, actually, let's keep going up. It's a lot of money right there, but I want to put some places down on the map. That's something we haven't really done in a while, is have bases here and there. And I've had to stop every so often and just charge back up. So let's do a full 4x4 up here of these, and that should be more than enough to keep it charged at night. Now I am going to put some wireless chargers on this, so if I do come by, it can heal me up with the batteries. I don't want to put too many, but I do got a little bit of money in the bank, so I don't have to worry too much on that one. And let's put some repair bubbles. Oh, that is not going to work. Let's do repair bubble over here. Can we do one over here and over here? Actually, those are shields, but we're going to put the repairs right next to them anyway, so that should cover everything. Let's do another one over here, and this is just in the ground. Unfortunately, it did spawn that way. There's not much we can do about it. Let's do a couple up here and some down here on the base, and we'll do some shields next to them. Wow, we are spending some money on this one. Actually, let me move that one. I think that one might be in the way of what it's doing right there. Okay, that's not what I'm trying to do. Let's see, is it selling? No, they are not selling for some reason. I wonder why. Huh. Can I click on it? Yeah, I can. Okay, let me zoom in here and figure out what's wrong. Maybe this can make some money while I'm gone. Let's put that on there too. What's the problem over here? Why won't it take these apart? Do these not have recipes? Let's check it out. No, they have recipes. What about this one? Does this have a recipe as well? You know, everything has a recipe in the game now, except for very, very few pieces. I'm just trying to figure out why these will not work on these two over here, but work over here. Oh, you know what? They're going in backwards. Whoever designed this put these on wrong. So let me... no, that's not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and fix this by turning these around. So let's turn these like that. Actually, we're going to have to move it away so we can have room for this. And now when we drag this to it, it should work just fine. Yep, there we go. Okay, so that's kind of weird. I wonder why they did that. Either that was a mistake on their part, or maybe it got changed around when they were... I don't know. I don't know what could have caused that, but I'm glad it's fixed now. Now let's see, way over here. We need to add a few more conveyors. Jeez, I'm like building an entire base out here for just to get their stuff working. Let's put these here. That way, if they cannot refine the stuff, what is this going to make it? It's a foundry. Okay, yeah, so if they can't refine anything, it will just come down here and sell everything. Let's hope that actually sells into that. Will it? Is it stuck in the ground? No, it's going to sell, and I'm going to make money from it. Nice. Okay, fantastic. Everything good? Yeah, let me come over here. We're going to put down a wireless charger. No, we have no wireless chargers in our geocore. Actually, I'm on the wrong thing. Let's go into wireless charger. Yeah, here we go. Let me go ahead and throw that on there. We're going to charge that up for a second. Now, normally that's going to be reverse, but this situation, I don't really want to leave that. Now that we've spent as much time and effort to fix that as we have, I want to make sure this is up and running and everything is repaired, because this did take a little bit of damage. Now, why is it stuck? Let me click on it again. What is going on here? It's not moving. Okay, so these two pieces... Oh, they're set to go the wrong way. No, that's how we want it. What on earth? Huh. We're just gonna get rid of that piece. I don't know why that's even there. Yeah, I mean, ideally, I kind of see what they were trying to do with it. But it didn't work. So we're going to leave that alone. Yeah. Now everything's working just fine, right? No? No, it's not. What's the problem here? Why is it getting stuck there? Let me take that off, put it back on. Is it fixed it now? I think it has. No, it's stuck again. What on earth? Why will it not go past that one little area? Let's see, what if we get rid of that? That doesn't seem to make any difference whatsoever. So I'm fixing somebody else's base that wasn't working in the first place, and I don't know what they did wrong here. Like, this seems like it should work. It should go past that point, but it seems like it's getting stuck for some reason. Let's go back. We'll go back this way. And if we go back this way, now everything should go through that point. And it's not even getting stuck on the one, like, middle piece right here. It's getting stuck on the thing before it, as if there's something wrong with this. So let's get rid of that. I'll put down one of my own, actually, and see if maybe that will fix it. Let's go into GSO, put down one of my own conveyors in there. Will you work now? No, you will not. What if we just get rid of that row and put it over here? We're going to have to put another cab on here, too, because if I move that big geocore cab, all of this will just go pop. So let's put our own cab up here. We can get rid of these. We can get rid of this. And we can put these there. Okay, so let me look at this. What is the problem, guys? Oh, it is getting stuck right here. Okay, let's set it to any. I thought that was one step up. I thought it was a 3 transit system, but it's not. Dang it. Okay, well, that was the problem right there, guys. The sucker was set to evil. Let's put these back in there, and now we can go about our way. And we're going to go ahead and put this here, and we'll get a little bit of energy back. Obviously, not a big deal. As I said before, this thing has so much power on it. I don't think we're going to have to get charged up very often, but not a bad idea to take it where we can get it. And there's an enemy right over here, so let's go kill this lumberjack real quick if we can back it up. It doesn't seem like he wants to. He's getting a little bit of resistance on that hill. Of course, he has no momentum to do it, so we're going to have to turn around. You know what we need to do? We need to create a little AI bot that can stay out here and pick stuff up and then take it back to him so that he can recycle more and more stuff as time goes on. But we're not going to do that right now. I do want to create a lot of AI bots, but I've had really, really horrible luck in the past. I do like the idea behind them, the idea of having little guys come out here and do the, I'd hate to say like, you know, the menial labor, but it kind of is, because after a certain point, you don't want to have to sit there anymore and, you know, clean the area out. There's been Let's Plays that I've done of this in the past where there's so many enemies spawning so quickly that you could not keep the area clean no matter what. I don't care if all you do is go out and collect stuff. Come on, guys. Come on. I need to put, what, two ways in there now for the big wheels to not get stuck? But yeah, no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to keep up with it because it's just that many bots. They've slowed it down quite a bit. They have, we've only gotten one bot this entire time of the right kind, even though we've killed like 10 or 15 of them. I want to know what you guys think of the weapons, though. Are you liking the shotguns? Are you liking the rail guns? The rail guns, I think they have their place. They definitely will pose a challenge, I think, to create a bot that doesn't get destroyed by them instantly. And the reason I say that is because it seems like the railguns, they go right through shields, they go right through blocks, and they go underneath all the way through, pretty much from what I've seen, out the other side. However, you can't aim with them, so unless you have them in the right spot, you're not probably gonna do too much damage with them. But the fact that they can go through blocks and hit the ones beneath it without destroying it are fantastic. That is, you know, a unique design that I haven't seen with any of the other weapons out there. We're not really doing too much damage to this guy. Now that guy does have a Geocore or GSO cab. Let's see if he gives me. Yeah, he gave it to me. So maybe it's not about the cab. That's what I was figuring. It didn't seem like the cab really made that big of a difference, but you know, it might still play a role. Like maybe if a certain percentage of the bot is GSO or is Venture, you get that update. And then as well, if you find a bot that maybe is, you know, 70% Geocore and he has a Venture cab, you may still get the update. So it may be both. We kind of have to watch for that. I've never really paid attention to that because it's really never been about that. I mean, once you get done with the quest, it's all about getting more blocks and seeing how your design works and whether it can sit there and like destroy things. And I think this guy is fairly decent. Now I am turning. He is trying to find the back of my bot, and once he gets there, he just sits down. I do wish that they were a little bit more intelligent than that. They used to be so challenging because I would put, you know, cabs all around my bot, and because I did that, what you would end up having is no area on your bot not covered by cab. My cab would be facing in all directions. I would have 4 of them on there, sometimes more, just for extra protection. And when you have that many, we're going to go back there and check that guy out in a second, but let's kill this guy real quick. But yeah, when you have that many cabs on there, they don't just sit there and go to your back anymore. And because they don't do that, you don't know what to protect the most. Now, I protect the front the most, and I protect the back the most, because like I said, the front is where you're going to engage the enemy if you're facing the right way. The back is where they're going to be going, and the sides never seem to be all that important to them. They've never really sat there on the sides too much. Come on, guys. You know you can turn. I know you can do it. I got faith in you. Come on, boosters. We need to get some 4-way boosters. That will be amazing for our turning capability. However, those are super rare. I don't see those very often, pretty much ever, during our gameplays in the actual world. I would like to be able to get access to those, and I think I will if I upgrade my Geocore or GSO faction up to 5, because at 5 I get access to the big wheels and a few other blocks, and I'm thinking the 4-ways are in there. They might already be in there. I haven't looked in a while to see. I haven't thought about using those because I just never have any placement for them, but I have placement for them now. In fact, I can give an entire row of placement for them, and these guys seem to be spawning quite a bit over here, so this is a good spot to kind of farm for this quest. We need 20 of them, and it's going to take a while if we can't find too many of them. Okay, so that one gave me an update, and that was a Venture cab. That one gave me an update, and that was a GSO cab. What are you? What kind of cab are you? You're a GSO cab as well, and you're about to go boom. Come on, give it to me. 7, there we go. Nice. Okay, we're going to leave these things here. Now, look at that. They had some of these big boosters on there. Those are fantastic. If you guys have not used these things before, put that sucker on a small bot and get the weight proportions right, because if you don't, it's going to just tip over and you're going to turn it into almost a rocket. In fact, you can use those to create a rocket. The only downside I've seen to rockets is control. Control is the key when creating bots like that, and man, if you could do it, it's I got to give you props on that one, because that's not an easy thing. Flying vehicles for me, I've for whatever reason never quite got them to work right. I did create a helicopter last time. Getting the weight proportions was one of the, I won't say worst things, but tricky. It was definitely tricky for me. So I haven't done those just yet, but I'm looking forward to trying them out as soon as we get up to that corporation level. Ooh, yes. No, it's a fuel tank. Let's snag the fuel tank. We don't really need it, but I'm gonna take it anyways, just because I like the way they look, and it makes my bot look just a little bit more, you know, heavy duty. Gives them a nice target to shoot at. And oh, look at this guy, Battle Fortress. I do like the fact that he put blocks all over it, and he even went the extra mile and put some lights in there. And that's not something you normally see on like a battle bot. You know, lights are just there for looks. They don't offer you any protection. They don't, well, I guess they do a little bit, because you have to get through that block itself before you... Look at these guys. Oh, man. They destroyed each other before I even got here. GSO Panzer won that fight. I do like watching those when they happen. You don't see it too often. Well, you do kind of sometimes. But, yeah, it is kind of... I would say it's a little rare to see the bots fighting themselves, and then see them actually kill one another is even a little bit more rare. So when I see that happening, I like to sit in the back and just kind of take a bet on who I think will win. And you get the blocks no matter what. As long as they don't destroy the blocks completely, they're yours for the taking. It's not like you have to destroy the block before you get dibs on those things. They are yours. Oh, this guy is just one big bomb waiting to happen. There's the cab right there. He didn't even get destroyed. Come on, little cabbie. You know you want to go? There we go. There's another fuel tank right there. I'm going to leave that there. I'm getting a lot of fuel tanks and boosters. Maybe because I put fuel tanks and boosters on mine? I don't know. I don't know how that works. It did used to kind of work that way. When you were playing a GSO bot, you would get more GSO ones. If you were playing a Venture, you would get more Venture. Also, in the area that you're in, seemed to make a big difference as well. But they've changed so many things, trying to figure out what's the same and what's changed, whether they did it on purpose or didn't. Because sometimes, you know, they put in new patches and things don't always go the way they want them to go, and I can't blame them. Every game company out there is the same way. You create coding, you put it into a game, and sometimes that coding reacts differently to what you already have in there than you thought it was going to, and you're just like, what in the world? I gotta go back and fix something that was working just fine because of the new stuff I put in. And that's, you know, those little kind of headaches that they do. And if they're really good at what they do, those are kind of you know, taken down to a minimal level where it happens very rarely, but it's still going to happen regardless. I've never seen any game company who's ever put out a game that was perfect the first time. Like, they've always put out patches and things of that sort, so I'm not even holding that even remotely against them. I love this game, and the game itself is fantastic. And just, you know, just checking out the different variations of the game in the states that it has been put out, you know, as they get new stuff that they're putting in, or trying to fix old patches, or trying to go in a different direction. The graphics for this game used to be a little different than the way they are now. I guess they decided at some point they wanted to go down a different route, and I'm kind of happy with it. I actually like it. I wasn't sure about it at first. I was like, you know, they could have gone down a more realistic look to it, but they went down a more, you know, vibrant colors, and I don't want to say cartoony, but it definitely has its own look. If you play Borderlands has its own look too, and that's a fantastic game to play. But yeah, you got to find that little thing that you want to go down. I guess this is what they decided they liked the most, and it's grown on me, guys. It actually is one of those things when I watch it, when I look at the graphics on it, I'm like, you know, this is TerraTech, like Minecraft. Minecraft is Minecraft. Anybody who uses that style from now on will be compared to Minecraft in some way or another. It's that look that just kind of caught on, and people were like, you know, for whatever reason, it may not be the most advanced, it's definitely not realistic, but it serves its purpose, and it somehow captures us and makes us just be like, you know, that's beautiful in a way. Is there a bot over there? Is there a bot next to my base? There can't be a bot next to my base. That's, oh man, I should have thrown some weapons on it. In fact, that may not be our base after all. That could be a enemy base. We'll have to take a look at that. Oh, yeah, I think it might be an enemy base. In the distance, though, is that our base? It might be. Yeah, I think it is. And I did leave those things down. I was going to pick them back up, but I forgot all about it. So let's go over there in that direction. Now, we don't really need these. We need the venture ones, but we're going to kill anything in our way to get more stuff to spawn. And these big guys, I love watching the shotguns at work. They do so much damage. Not a lot left when these guys are done. We're going to go right through them. Newbot. Newbot 3000 or Nubot 3000 is a weird guy. Oh, you know what? He's on the front. He fell forward and he can't get back up. He's fallen and he can't get up, guys. Come on, guys. You know you can destroy this. There's not a lot of weapons hitting it. There we go. Get some of those rail guns in there. And when he goes backwards, he doesn't like to stop. He likes to just go. You know what we need to do? We need to put some of those tractor parts on there, the little shovel, to kind of push through these things, because we're getting so many things here. We're having a hard time getting through it all. There we go. Kill them right down the center. They did not take very long to knock out. Enemy smash. Good job. Oh, man. How are we going to get through all this? We're just going to go right down and see if we can get over. It's going to pop us around a little bit, I think. But if I go back into build mode, it should get rid of some of this. Let's see. Holy crap. No. Wow, that did not get any gain whatsoever. In fact, I think we're further back than when we started just because of the speed at which that knocked us back. Now, some of you guys have said the signal lights. That's something we haven't played around with. I just kind of remembered you guys were talking about it. If you put one on one side and one on the other side, you believe that the color changes on those. So let's see, that's a pointer radar. I have to see if I can find some signal lights. I think I might have some in storage, so we'll check it out as we come back over here. I will have to power back up in between this video and the next one, and I'll see if I can find some of those lights, put them on, and we'll see if we can do a nighttime episode. That's not something we've done very much with these guys, but I am highly looking forward to that. Let's put this here, and we're going to go ahead and call the episode here, guys. We did get 7 out of 20 as far as our, actually going to build mode, because it does seem like we're going a little too far away from our batteries there. But yeah, it looks like we got 7 out of 20 as far as Venture Hunter goes. We are going to be looking for the rest of them on the next episode. Again, guys, I do apologize if this episode gets published late tonight. I am recording it today. I have been sick over the weekend and a little bit on Friday as well. I'm still kind of a little bit congested and stuff. You guys might be able to hear it in the voice. I do apologize. I don't get sick often, but when it happens, there's not pretty much anything I can do about it, just like everybody else. So again, guys, thanks for watching. As always, I'm AC Gamer, and I will definitely catch you all next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.